Good morning, I am Toby, the Kilted Adventurer. I'm up in Dayton, Tennessee at the Laurel-Snow State Natural Area. Haven't been up here in years. It's going to do a lot of exploring. Let's go have some fun. It's 62 degrees. By the time I leave today, it will be in the 70s. This is a rare treat in the middle of summer in Tennessee. Nice cool breeze. Doesn't get any better than this. Check out this rock. I talked to the park ranger on the way in. He told me about all the old coal mines and coal mine shafts. Took a picture of the placards at the beginning also. So we'll dig into that history. This is really very interesting. Down there, you can see the creek. There's a couple bridges, a couple waterfalls. So let's go explore. Time to seek adventure. Here's the first of several bridges that are supposed to be here. Park ranger also told me about a couple of washed out bridges. These are in actually pretty good shape compared to some of the bridges we've seen in other episodes. Let's take a look at the way they built these. These have these big square stones as opposed to the little rocks we saw up in Sale Creek. I don't know if that's because this is, in addition to being the Cumberland Trail, a state natural area. I suspect it is. Follow the money, you get the infrastructure to go along with it. This is really nice. Check this guy out. This is something else. Must be an old mine. Really cool. Check this bad boy out. Didn't expect to find this up here. Some kind of old structure. Wow, this is great. This is also called the Dayton Pocket Wilderness or the Dayton Blue Hole because there's a number of swimming holes up here. This appears to be one of the first ones. The rain's been really light lately, so it doesn't surprise me that the water is down. One feature I noticed immediately was this sheer cliff right beside the trail. It seems to follow it, at least for the first 2 miles. It overhangs. Supposedly there's some waterfalls and an overlook later. So I suspect at some point I'll be climbing up to the top of that bad boy. According to the map, I am approaching the old Dayton Reservoir. Pretty hard to miss because of these huge concrete, well, whatever they are. Let's go take a look. There's a piece of trail over here, so let's take a look. That is pretty. Real quick channel update. The channel continues to grow. We surpassed 275 subscribers. Hopefully for those of you watching in the future, that'll be a much larger number. I want to thank everybody for their support. If you haven't subscribed yet, appreciate it if you would. Also, for those of you that are subscribers, make sure you hit that like button. That'll let YouTube know that these types of videos need to continue to be pushed out. So thank you very much, and let's get on with our hike. Check this out. We have a lot of this old stone wall, leftovers from the old coal and iron works days. Completely covered in moss now. Down below, we've got this beautiful cascades creek. Let's check this little thing out. Not sure what's going on here. It's way down in the swimming hole. I'm at a little past 1.25 miles, and it has finally stopped being what I would consider an easy trail. Now it has switched full blown into moderate, but that's okay. Just got to drink some water, take a little rest, and let's do the rest of this trail. How cute, another little bridge. This part of the trail is much more difficult and much more overgrown. I have been thankful several times that I have my walking stick with me. I wanted to give you a few seconds point of view. This is completely enveloped in foliage. Reminds me of something from a fantasy movie, Lord of the Rings, Hobbit, everyone's favorite willow. This is always a pleasure to find a piece of trail like this. I'm approaching the much photographed 60-foot bridge. The sun is starting to come out. It's getting a little warmer. This is still very nice. Not very far past the bridge, you come to this decision point. You can go to Laurel Falls or Snow Falls. I talked to two guys on the trail earlier, and I'm really glad I did because the map I have is not to scale. Snow Falls is another 6.6 miles, so I'll have to do that in the winter. That is not a summer hike, at least not for me. Laurel Falls is very attainable, and we will go see that. But before we do, I wanted to check out this little bitty pool and this massive set of rocks. Wow. I believe I'm approaching the falls. If those aren't the falls, which I'll show you in a second, and we're really in for a treat later because that's pretty massive. I wanted to show you these rocks for a moment. Let's go up here and check out what I think is Laurel Falls. All right, I've confirmed this. This is Laurel Falls. The water's just really low volume right now, but that's okay because you get to see this rock and all this moss. So that's also nice. I'm gonna make sure I'm properly hydrated, probably eat a little snack and rest for a little while. I'm at 2.3 miles, so it's gonna be, give or take, a 5-mile day. Not bad, great adventure. Thank you for joining me today on this hiking adventure. Remember to like, leave comments, and subscribe if you haven't already. As always, seek adventure.